going live. We are
Yeah,
live.
All right.
We are live.
I might be addicted to Valheim. It's a little scary. Oh shit! I hear my theme song. Turn it up, Joe. Just let it run. Let it run. It's never lie. It's Monday night, motherfuckers, and welcome to the Degenerates with Dice Monday Night RPG Talk Show, live and in living color from the bowels of the internet's motherfucking basement, live and in your face at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, the only time zone that is real and or matters. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a show for you. We got topics. We actually picked a topic before the show for once. Shout out us. We got two topics before the show that we picked out. Thanks, Joe, for keeping us in check. Obviously, It's going to be a great episode because Kristen's not here, which is the best time. That's what everybody loves. Nobody.
She might show up later. She might show
I
up
hope
later.
not. I hope not.
Yes, you do.
I hope she shows up in murdered by serial killer list. I'm just kidding.
No,
she
she
not wish that.
definitely.
I don't want Kristen to get kidnapped by a serial killer because I wish that pain on no man, including a serial killer. I'm just saying.
He'd be calling, take her back, take her back, take her back.
All right, can I drop this one back off with you? This is just too much. I can't handle it. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got your hostess with the mostest, our producer / seducer. We got Joe.
Hello.
We've got the craftiest lady, the other side of the Mississippi. We got Jen.
Hi, guys.
And the internet's favorite dipshit, me.
Noah.
How are we doing tonight?
I am making Christmas cards.
Making Christmas cards.
Yes, because it is 9 days until Christmas. So, of course, I'm making Christmas cards.
It's what?
Absolutely.
9 days. 9 days until Christmas.
Oh,
and
fuck.
And Christmas is also the first day of Hanukkah this year.
Oh, wow. How convenient.
God, I hope I don't do that again. Remind me when we get done to tell you the Hanukkah thing from last year. It's a thing. Just we don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah.
But it was funny.
Well, it was funny.
It was funny.
So that's in the
and my Jewish son-in-law thought it was fucking hilarious.
So, folks, that's for the after hours. Well, after the post podcast.
Yeah, that's for premium subscribers only. You paid for that content, so you can't fucking bitch about it. Oh,
but
boys
it's totally
and
worth
girls.
it. It's totally
Boys
worth it, y'all.
and girls, do we want to go ahead and get this show kicked off with our gaming wins for the week?
Oh,
do that. Mine are minor.
Well,
Mine
go
are
ahead,
also
Jen. Take
minor.
the floor. Ladies first.
Oh, you called me a lady. Fuck yeah.
Well, yes, I am a,
Don't say gentleman.
resident. I am a resident of the South. I do have, somewhat of a fucking proper manner base.
My gaming win is that I unlocked the Tesla cannon on the current Fallout 76 scoreboard.
Nice.
I have not used it, but I unlocked
That's a lot of progression.
Yeah.
It's been easy. Like, I didn't even play yesterday, though. I had a vendor event over the weekend and ate some good food. That was
Hell
about
yeah.
it.
Do you remember the last time that I talked about playing Fallout? And I was like, apparently I've been paying for Fallout for 2 years and I have all these atoms. That was the last time I played Fallout.
Are you still playing for? You're still paying for first?
I think so. But I think me and Fallout 76 is like that toxic relationship with your ex when you're young. It's just you go back to it in desperation when you got nothing else better to do. You know, that's kind of like what it is for me.
Okay, so on Daily Show, there's one of the hostesses on there is Dulce Sloan. She has this skit that she was talking about. It was back when Trevor Noah was hosting. She talks about
God, I had that job.
huh?
I'd be so perfect for that job.
So just so y'all know, this is an adults only show. Just an FYI. If y'all didn't know when you clicked it, you do now.
Yeah,
And don't
go
be
to bed.
offended. But she was talking about different dicks in your life. You got broke dick, you know your guy by their dick, you got familiar dick, the guy you always go back to kind of thing. And then she said something, Trevor Noah, or he said something, and she goes, "Oh yeah, dimple dick." But yeah, familiar dick that's what popped in my head when you said that. So yes, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Squirrel woman over.
So
Now,
so we
y'all's
agree.
gaming
We
wins.
agree. Fallout 76 is a moment of desperation in all of our lives. Very toxic relationship.
Well, I don't know. Mine, it seems like a chore board a lot of times now.
hey.
I'm like, I gotta go to get dailies because I got the FOMO.
Yeah.
That's what it is, and they're counting on that with these fucking scoreboards as the fucking FOMO.
All right. Well, do we have any more?
No, that's up for me.
No, that's it. Joe?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Mine is just that I started a game of Fallout New Vegas again.
Hell yeah.
Ooh,
And I got another session this Thursday for the Old School Essentials. So
The second best Fallout game.
yeah, I don't know.
My
New Vegas
list
for
is
3.
my list is Fallout 2, which will
That's a good
forever
game.
hold. That is the best Fallout game ever, as far as I'm concerned. Then New Vegas, and then 3.
well,
Yeah.
your opinion doesn't mean much since you are all about Central Texas time zone. That's the only one that counts and matters.
That's right, baby. It's what we do. It's what we do. Like that one dude said, "Fuck you, I'm from Texas."
Do you have any games?
That is like the most
What's
Texas
up?
thing to say.
Do I have any gaming ones? Let's see. Oh, Kristen's not here. I can talk about this freely and openly.
One fucking podcast.
Yeah, you didn't even fucking let me talk.
You started it.
I wasn't even gonna bring up wrestling.
You said since Kristen's not here, I can talk about it. So whatever it was, one fucking
So-
podcast.
Guys,
I gotta stand up for my girl.
I have to give the Degenerates with Dice community some very bad news. The fairies have suffered a defeat. I know, it's hard to believe. It was a hard-fought game. Super sweaty. Joe, you'll be proud of me. I acted like an actual blue player and killed somebody with a counterspell. Because you're not going to fucking Leveler, Thassa's Oracle combo my ass when I'm holding onto a fucking counterspell in my hand. Go ahead, exile your library from the game, bitch. You ain't getting another turn. Kiss that shit goodbye.
The only thing that makes sense out of that whole thing for me was counterspell.
So
The rest of it didn't make any sense.
one of my opponents tried to perform a "fuck you, I win the game" combo by playing 2 cards.
It's just like
I
no,
interrupted his 2
I
cards.
win the game.
Yes, I interrupted his combo, and so the way Magic works is if you cannot draw a card on your turn, you lose.
Yeah.
Well, he exiled his deck from the game.
How did he do that?
It's a card.
It's a card combo. Like technically he would lose, but because of game-based actions and state-based actions, he would lose last.
It's
Therefore,
called a
he win.
stack. It's
Right.
a stack. Yeah.
Right. So
That's the beauty of blue is the blue does not give a fuck
yeah,
about
blue
your
says
stack.
fuck your stack, son. I don't give a shit.
Our stack.
Yeah. This is,
I was gonna say that,
Blue
that
is-
color that says "our"
Yeah, blue is magic for socialists.
Yes.
Is how I can best describe
Yeah.
that.
It's not your turn. It's our turn.
Listen, you're not doing anything, and if you are, we're doing it together.
Together. I really like that deck you built for us.
I can't wait to play your deck. Anyway, so that happened. The dragon deck did get the better of me because while I did kill somebody like a blue player for the first time and felt really fucking dirty about it, and I had to take 3 showers when I got home.
You were playing Magic the
I-
Gathering. You should have had to take 3 showers when you got home, anyways.
Well, no, because I took a shower before I left, and we went to a friend's house, not a local game store, because I don't play cards with people in public. That's gross. Ew. Ew. Anyway, so because I wasn't paying attention and I used the wrong counter spell, I did not have an answer for what the dragon tribal player was doing, and I got promptly dicked on because lack of board state. But I did come back the next game with that fucking super duper angel deck that I have that's about $1,700 in card value, and said, I've declared the nuclear option on turn 1. And proceeded to, as The Rock would say, layeth the smacketh down upon the rest of the table.
Oh, speaking of him, I'm watching him on TV. But I paused so I could come to your podcast, but I'm watching Red One right now.
Oh, I thought you were going to watch wrestling, Jen. We were about to nerd out for a second. Joe and I were going to be so happy.
No. My wrestling days are over.
No, you need to come back. You need to come back because they've admitted everything. They've pulled back the curtain. It's okay to be a wrestling nerd because we all know it's scripted, and that's why it's fun. Because we can just suspend our disbelief and go, oh, no, this is the coolest television show ever.
No.
By the way, shout out Chelsea Green. You deserve it.
Any other gaming wins?
I hope she watches because if she's into D&D now, we know this.
Chelsea Green is into tabletop. I know that.
Yeah.
She's been on some tabletop shows before. So
she definitely needs to be on our tabletop show.
I'm just saying, if you see this, I've been a fan since before it was cool. Thank you very fucking much. Since day one, before you won the belt at Saturday night main event last week. Anyway, I played some Magic. I had some good times, and I have a crippling Valheim addiction that I'm debating on whether or not it's going up on my second monitor. But I'm not going to do that because you guys have my full and undivided attention, as ADHD riddled as it may be. So, yeah, there's that.
And we know that any attention we get from you is, if we get, we know you like us. If we can get a little bit of your attention,
Exactly.
because there's not much attention there to
Nope,
give.
sure not. All right, well, boys and girls, what is our first fucking topic for the day?
First topic is, should players learn the rules?
I have a mixed answer on that one. Because when I first started playing, my husband got me the 5e rule book, but that didn't apply to what I was playing. And even then, when we changed up the system so much, it still didn't apply. But it is helpful to know at least the kind of basic rules of playing, but it also depends on what you're playing. So basic rules, yes. Other rules, as you go. But rule of cool is usually good instead of rule is written. But that's my stance. What about y'all?
What say you?
I want your opinion first.
You want my opinion first?
Yeah.
Because I'm just player. I'm not GM. You guys are both players and GMs.
All right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to take one of these two hands right here. Okay? Just grab one of them. It's okay. It's all right. We're both consenting adults. Come with me. All right? We're going to go on an adventure down the rabbit hole. Okay? It'll be fun. Don't worry. The drinks aren't laced. You asked for this. Okay. You asked for my opinion. You asked for my opinion. You're gonna get it. Come with me. I'm gonna take you on a journey. Are we asking? Should players learn the rules, or should players learn how to play the game?
Should players learn how to play the game?
Because I believe players should learn how to play the game and not learn the fucking rules.
No. Because if they learn the rules, then they know how to play the game and they know how to make the DM facepalm.
Yeah, like yeah. I don't think you should know every single little detail, but you should know how to play. You should know the main.
The basics.
Yeah. He's rightfully.
Because I'm just saying, if you learn the rules, then it can become a problem. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you learn how to play the game, everybody has fun. I'm just gonna put that out there. Is the mask too much?
Oh yeah.
I mean, we don't take you
What do
seriously
you think?
anyways. Either way, we don't take you seriously.
I'm Batman.
Chat, come get your dad. Where's chat?
No, I'm a firm believer in let's play the game. Fuck the rule book. To a degree. Like, I mean, you should learn how combat and actions and shit like that works. But I mean, you kind of learn that playing. I prefer more of a hands-on tutorial. You know what I'm saying? I think it makes things more fun. I think if you if you allow if you give your players enough fucking rope, they're either A, gonna give you a good time, or B, they're gonna,
Choke
themselves.
with it.
And some of them might be into that. That's kind. It's fine. Whatever. Most of those guys are bards. We be what we be. So
Hashtag board game best gang.
or something in the lower third of my screen. It's been highly edited, so you can't tell what I actually typed. Jen's like, what the fuck did he type?
That must be in a different chat.
Oh boy. But yeah, no, I think it's it's definitely fine for them to kind of figure it out as they go and not other than like basic rules. You should know how that works. But
what about if it's been years and they still just don't grasp it? Like they don't care enough to grasp it.
Then they shouldn't be on that table.
Well, it also depends on with the table makeup. If you're playing a table with nothing but fucking sweaty people who don't shower and wear deodorant, paladins, I'm looking at you. You probably don't want that guy at your table. But if you're at like one of our tables where we're just there to roll click clack math rocks and have fun and do miniature therapy sessions with each other, like it's fine. Nobody gives a shit. We're literally there to make Kristen's brain hurt, and as long as we get this number right here, we won. We've accomplished our goal. It's fine. So
so my take on it is I think you should know what the starter set rules are. I don't really like going past starter set for my players. I don't like seeing the main rule books for a lot of games at my table. I'd rather you just have the starter set rule book at my table. If it's like Call of Cthulhu or something like that, just bring the starter set rule book. Do not bring the full rule book because it doesn't matter. Things are going to change and nobody can remember all those rules. And if you do, then you're wasting your time memorizing those rules because the way the game is designed is the GM is going to fuck with those rules to make the game better anyway. So, I do think rules are important because it is it's a social contract to say hey, this is the rules that we're agreeing to play under. But at the same time, it's you can't memorize everything. But playing the game, starter set rules, this is the basics that you need to get by. Know how to, basic of combat, know the basic dice mechanic, and you're fine.
That's why I said it all depends on your table makeup. Because So when me and my buddy Chris played together at the same table, like God rest any GM's soul who runs a game for the two of us, because God, you think you've seen chaos? Just wait till you see that. There have been sessions where he and I have, because we always sit next to each other, right? And we're fucking best friends. Like, the fuck away from me, lady. I know we're married, but my best friend is here. Okay. We have been caught with a PHB in both of our fucking hands going,
Yeah.
You know, if you did that right there, then I could do this right here. And then
For
the
those
game
who
is
don't know,
officially
or it took
broken.
an extra second to catch for, that's Player's Handbook.
Yeah,
It took
no,
me a second, but
yeah, we could definitely break a fucking table between the two of us with access to the full rule book. And now, some tables, that's completely acceptable and encouraged. Other tables might not find that funny.
I mean, it just depends. I mean, I think if you're the GM, you have to know past the starter set. I would say, like,
you need to know any rule that you want to enforce.
Yeah, I have played with a GM who did not know the rules, and that was hell on earth. Because like I didn't know, like, through, like, it was a 5th edition campaign, and it was like way back when. And I didn't know a lot of the rules, but I had played D&D with 3.5 before, so I knew the basics of the game itself, right?
Right.
He did not understand the basics of the game itself. And he's just like, I'm going to run a campaign. I've already GM'd before. It turns out he only GM'd once, and it was a co-GM thing. He didn't actually GM it. So when we played, it's like, oh, he doesn't know anything about this game at all. And I think as a GM, you need to know the rules. You need to know how the environment works and how everything comes together so that you can break the rules instead of just making shit up as you go.
When I run a game, I have my DM screen, right?
Yeah.
At the head of the table, because everybody needs to acknowledge the tribal chief. But like, I have my DM screen, I have my notepad, I have my iPad, I have my phone, right? Yeah. And now I'll have my MacBook when I go back to running games as well. Yeah. So I have all my shit, but I have
the one time Noah has his shit together.
Right. The one time I have my shit together is when you're sitting at my table rolling dice, bitch. I have that shit on lock.
Well, we're playing imaginary click
that is ADHD super hyper focused superpowers right there for me. But on my iPad, I have PDFs of the rule books. Like, I know we're all fucking anti Wizards of the Coast over here and all that shit, but like D&D Beyond comes in real fucking handy when you got one spot for all your fucking digital rule books, or however else you acquired them.
That's the thing. I don't get mine from one spot because I acquire.
I have all of them. Thank you. Fuck you. Send the Pinkertons after me all you want. All you're gonna hear is click clack Kalashnikov. All right, fuck off. You got a warrant, bitch? All right. Anyway, but like I have all my fucking rule books there just so that I can go, okay, well, they're gonna do this, so let's start control effing, and we're good.
For those who don't get that, that's the find function.
This is the find function. We love.
And I mean, like the game designers, they made the game to work a specific way. So, like, if you don't have to break it, you can just control F real quick and find a rule. And then you can decide after you read the rule real quick, do I like this or do I not like this?
Yeah.
It's just the most fun in this moment. And then you take your correct course of action. And sometimes you can even explain, like, hey, this is how it is, rules is written. This is how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to turn this rule of written into a rule of cool.
Yeah.
Instead.
Or and a altered version of the rule.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily real cool because like there's times where like
alternative fact.
I mean, like they can't plan for every contingency.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the whole point of the dungeon master, game master, whoever, is to interpret the rules as seen fit. It's referee. It's like, I mean, like, there's a reason why boxing matches have a referee, and it's because, well, they need somebody in there who can interpret the fight as it's happening.
Well, it's like, and like my infamous first session as a fucking DM when I had 3 Dragonborns all come in and literally nuclear blast a fucking prison guard room.
Yeah.
Hey, this session 1, minute 2. Like, okay, yes, guys, technically you can do this and it would work exactly like you're saying. But
You would all die.
we're not going to fucking do that. And it's going to work this way now.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I could go on a tangent about the no thing. I really hate this. Like, he was also a GM that said, I would never say no to my players. I will always say yes.
Oh, yeah, you're a dipshit GM if you
Yeah.
never say no to
Yeah.
your
Like
fucking
that,
players.
it's like, no. You say no all the fucking time. Like, it's not a direct no. It's just usually like, well, that's not there because of this. It's like, well, yeah, like, no, there isn't lusty Argonian barmaid in this room right now.
Yeah. It's like
I don't want the game to go that way right now.
Kristen
like
and I
Kristen-
have a very similar style when it comes to saying no, because we won't tell you no. We'll be like, oh, okay,
Yes, you can
Yeah.
have pet mole rats, but I will kill them.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah, no, go
It
ahead. Yeah,
depends. It depends. I've
sure,
had it-
you can marry the Fey princess.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You
Now I'm
can.
gonna fucking wreck your feelings.
I mean, like, so, like, my take on no is like, only in the extreme circumstances do I just straight up say no. And that was
Yeah.
like, you know, like when I had a kid at the table who was playing a really silly game and everybody else was trying to play somewhat serious, and he was playing, you know, cartoons pretty much. And I had to be like, hey, no, this is not the right tone. You know, we're not playing super silly. No, you cannot do that. We got to retcon some things because it's like you can't just steal everything and I'll do all that. So I've had to say no very specifically before, but most of the time I like it. I don't care. Like, if it's technically possible, like, it is technically possible for you to marry a Fey princess. Technically, it's you know, is it a good idea?
Can you? Yes.
No.
Should you? No.
Was it a good idea? No. Did I have an actual in-story, in-character plan for marrying the Fey princess? Yes, I did. It was to rescue my
Yeah.
friends and use a sham marriage to gain a favor from the Fey queen who was holding my people hostage, right? Because what mother's
Yeah.
going to tell their daughter no? Clearly, I had reasons. Now, it wound up turning into something completely fucking different. And I wound up having to carry a cockroach around in my fucking mouth for the rest of that fucking game. But that was my GM's way of going, no.
yeah. Sometimes you learn the hard way. You know, it's like,
You know, so
but I
It is
mean,
what it is.
I think you have to know the rules in order to do that, though, because like,
yeah, but once
if
again,
you-
that's the GM knowing the rules.
yeah, but I think that we should also talk about that because, like I said, I have been in situations where the GM doesn't know the rules.
Yeah.
And man, does that suck? But I
Which,
guess
once
that's my own
again,
personal trauma.
Reinforces, like, you know, one of the key truths here at Degenerates with Dice. Don't play with shitty GMs and don't play with
Yeah.
shitty tables. There's
Yeah, sometimes that's all you got. Sometimes that's all you got. That's all I
hey,
had. at the
you know
time.
what? Play online.
I don't know what.
It smells better over here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I did. That's how I met you guys. So
Yeah. See,
But-
look at us. Look at us. Who would have thought?
yeah. That's.
Who would have thought?
But I mean, like, for players, like, I have some players who don't buy in too much, or they buy in like maybe 10%. But like, I just need you to know enough about your character that you're not saying, "What am I doing?" every single time your turn comes up.
Yeah.
That's really my thing.
I'd much rather you have a grasp on your character sheet than a rule book.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
can work with you knowing your character.
I would rather you not even look at the rulebook because it'll just overwhelm you, most of the time.
Right. Now, like we said, you've been playing for a while. Feel free, go ham. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Like newer players, especially who I'm pretty sure like that's who we cater to, if I'm not mistaken. Like we have our audience is primarily like
Yeah, they're
tabletop
fairly
adjacent.
yeah. They're fairly
what-
new to the
yeah.
world.
So like I would much rather you like know and understand your character and like let's build
Yeah.
that first, and then we'll finish a campaign. All right, cool. Hey, now we can progress from my first campaign. Hey, to yeah. Now you got a subscription site. You're not a gameplay virgin anymore.
I mean,
A tabletop tizzard. If you will.
if you will.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just not with the tabletop tizzard, but with everything else you said.
Well, it's like to kind of halfway segue into our next topic.
Yeah.
I had a problem with this with 7th Sea because I was so used to playing D&D and the rule system is
Very
night and fucking day. Like
Yeah.
there's you can't fucking do things, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so I like the first, I don't know, 3 months of that fucking game that I was a part of that table. I had my fucking 7th Sea rulebook pulled up over here on screen too. 100% of the fucking time. And I was there going, well, number one, what the fuck am I gonna do? I can't. Well, okay, well, I can't do that, and I can't do that, or well, I could do that. And fuck it, we ball, right? So yeah, it was just, I don't know. It's I would say beginners, fuck the rules. Anything past your first campaign, let's open up a rule book. Let's dig a little bit deeper because
So
I do think that once you do have a grasp of the quote unquote the rule book, right? Not you have a photographic memory and your brain is the PDF file, but
yeah,
once you understand the rules, then you can build your character out to do cooler things, right?
Things, yeah.
Which does include min-maxing. Stop fucking doing that. Stop.
Yeah, it's so
Stop.
boring.
Stop.
It's boring. It's boring.
Looking at you, paladins. Stop.
It's boring.
We're
shit,
so
what was I
back,
gonna
baby.
say?
I'm shitting on paladins left and right. Let's go.
My thing is, as a GM, I like to just say, like, what do you want to do? I can tell you what to roll. Like, if the GM knows the rules well enough, it's just like, what are you doing? Just what? So that's how I have a newer player in one of my groups right now, and she's just like, doesn't know what all of her options are. I'm just like, what are you doing? And then she tells me what she wants to do, and then I just tell her what to roll.
Yeah, roll charisma check. You're good.
Yeah. But
You just don't want to hear do a Constitution saving roll.
I did. We did. We did save versus death. We did save versus death in my last session. Save versus paralysis.
Oh, those are so fun.
Yeah. Nobody looked in the mirror. I was super bummed out because nobody looked at the paralysis mirror that was in there. So like every time you have a mirror in a dungeon, it's a paralysis mirror.
Right.
Like it's always a paralysis mirror. They saw like a mirror in a room by itself, and they were just like, nope. Whatever that is, I don't want to fucking touch it.
Yeah, paralysis mirror mirror always paralysis mirror, chest always a mimic. Just every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. Just like, nope, I don't want to deal with that.
Well, and those who read Harry Potter know that the mirror of Ezrid. So they don't fuck with that. So,
I don't know anything about the mirror of Ezrid. I didn't like.
It's
Harry
a mirror
Potter.
of desire, but desire is spelled backwards.
What you hate most?
No, it was like Harry sees his parents in it. So,
gotcha.
But I'm sure it backfires in some way.
Well, do we want to just fully segue into topic number 2 here?
Yeah.
Topic number 2. I'm gonna take this one. Can I take this one? Can I?
I know you hate 7th Sea, so go for it.
I've never brought us into a topic ever on the show. This is a milestone moment for me. I'm so glad that y'all are
Brought
sharing
us
it with me.
into a topic we had planned, not an off topic.
Okay, listen, once again, feeling attacked, and it's a little personal. It's uncalled for. Thank you very much.
Look, Kristen's not here. Somebody's gonna do it. I'm pulling for the both of us here.
I'm sure she'll appreciate that.
There's a joke
Yes.
there, but I'm not gonna say it. Okay, anyway. Our next topic is what to do with a broken rule system.
Say fuck it, we ball.
Or some form of that word. Hold on, let me pull it up how we actually fucking worded it. How do you handle a bad system?
Subsystems are just inherently bad. Let's
Yeah,
just
just play
face it.
5e. That's what I would say.
No. 5e is bad.
Matt is
5e
going
are bad.
to roll his head.
Yeah, Matt would have an aneurysm after you just said that. Look, I like bad systems. Don't get me wrong. I love Shadowrun.
I was
Shadowrun
about to say, Joe's number one Shadowrun fan over here.
Yeah, I love Shadowrun. Shadowrun is not a good system at all. Like, it is not a good system. Like, I will be the first to say that. But I like it.
Yeah.
But when I subject other people to play that without them knowing what they're getting into, fuck no. It's like you better have a lot of D6s and really good math skills, because there's a rule for everything, and it involves a tub full of D6s. So congratulations.
Well, so it's like, I think my philosophy on rule systems is, because I've seen a lot of them now, right?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily believe that there are inherently bad rule systems.
There are.
I just
There
think
are.
that if you're going to play a bunch of rule systems, there are going to be ones that don't make sense. If you
Yeah.
stick to one fucking game and one fucking game only, that's going to make sense. Like, everybody knows my fucking hatred of the 7C rulebook. I despise it. I personally think it's grotesque and evil and nasty. And
I am friends with
You know,
John Wick
listen.
on Facebook, by the way. So
listen, that's fine. You can be friends with John Wick, and I'm sure he is a great person.
he
Okay,
is a great person. He is
I'm
a great
sure
person.
he's great. But if the Donald finishes the wall, I would like them to toss the rule book over the wall. Okay, not John, just the rule book. Okay, like, that's how I don't. It doesn't need to be part of our society. Okay,
Matt would be losing his shit right
he
now.
would be, and that's kind of the reason I'm fucking saying this in the first place, is to get a rise out of fucking
he
Matt and
loves
Kristen.
7C.
Oh, no,
I'm indifferent to
I-
7C. I get your hatred. It's a pirate game where you can't be pirates. I
yeah,
get that.
exactly, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I get that. Like, pirates were never the good guys. Like that.
Hello? Hello? No, like, it's just, but the counter argument for my point, which I'm going to make, is, had I started out playing 7C and not D&D,
Yeah.
I'm sure 7C would have clicked real fucking hard real quick, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then I'd be looking at D&D going, none of this makes fucking sense. This is all fucking dumb, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, which, I mean, it's kind of weird, because, like, I kind of had the same feeling with Fallout when I first started playing, but then I was like, oh no, okay, I got this now, right?
We also play a very modified version.
Yes,
of
we
Fallout.
play a heavily modified version, which, is suggestion number 2 here is, modify the fucking rule set.
Yeah.
But, also it's I mean,
Modify
listen,
it as many times as necessary, because we've gone
Yeah,
through a couple different
our
combat.
version of Fallout is just D&D with extra steps. Is what I
Yeah.
would fucking classify it as. Like,
Yeah.
and I think we kind of play it from a D&D mindset
We do.
almost.
I designed it. I designed the combat to be played from a D&D mindset because it's
Yeah.
easier
Yes.
than from the Fallout mindset of
Now, once
how many
again,
faces you have, what your weapons abilities are. You have to reference multiple sheets just to figure out what does your gun do.
Yeah, like,
Which is
and
like
once again,
Fallout.
like if we've all been at the fucking table for 10 years and we've been doing nothing but running Fallout, like, yeah, no, it's second nature, and yeah, let's play it as rules as written. But you know, for a lot of people, like, you know, D&D might not speak to them, but fucking the Star Wars tabletop might. Okay, well, the guys that play D&D are not going to come to the Star Wars RPG and go, oh yeah, this totally makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Same thing.
Yeah, they're not going to go to yeah. But I mean, I think there'd be like, I'm not saying that. I'm saying there are inherently just like poorly designed systems from a game design perspective.
Yeah,
from a craft perspective.
Listen,
Good
there's
the Palladium
bad
gaming system. Yeah, like the Palladium gaming system. I love Rifts, but the Palladium version, it's literally cobbled together. It was literally cobbled together. There is no design ethos to the game. And everyone knows that. It's a known fact. People accept that. No one is saying that it's the best system ever. Most people say it's a heavily flawed system. And it is. But I mean, I have played it. We've played it as a group, and it's fine. We got through it, but like, would I play it over Savage Rifts? No. The Savage World is a better system. Like, it's an objectively better system, which is why people mostly play Savage Rifts now.
Hold on, just a second. Family emergency here.
It's all good. Yeah, I mean,
okay, I'm back, 100%. But yeah, no, like, yeah, there are bad systems, but I think I'm gonna just throw out a random fucking number here. Like, I'm sure 90% of the fucking game systems are workable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Workable. You can work with it, rules as written, but I'm sure if you tweak a few fucking words, commas, and periods here, that now we're fucking cooking with, you know.
Yeah.
Now we got the smoker rolling.
Fun.
Right.
Yeah, the whole point's to have fun.
Yeah. Which, you know, for only the billionth fucking time it's been stated on this podcast, like, that's the most important, is everybody having fun. As long as everybody's having fun, fuck it, we ball, right? Yeah. It is what it is. But, you know, like, I'm sure there's a reason we haven't gotten around to playing that fucking WWF RPG.
It's not going to be that great.
God, the rat rule system is... Oh, that one's fucked too.
yeah, it is. There's a reason why nobody's talking about it. Because like, you think it'd be very popular because wrestling is very popular, but yet no one talks about the RPG. Nobody talks about the RPG for wrestling.
You know, our current WWE champion is kind of a fucking tabletop guy. Maybe we can get him to, you know, create a new rule set. Maybe. I'm just saying. I mean, Rhodes, you brought back the Winged Eagle title on Saturday night. Maybe you can talk to Papa H and get us a new fucking tabletop RPG. I'm just saying. Just saying. You are the champ. They kind of do whatever the fuck you want.
You think it would make sense because wrestling is tabletop.
100% it's tabletop.
Yeah, like, that's all.
How is it tabletop?
Like, it's just bards slapping each other. That's all it is.
Jen.
Fair.
Jen. How is wrestling not tabletop?
Yeah, like, it's like
no. Let me rephrase that. How is tabletop not wrestling?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want you to think about this really hard.
They're all NPCs. They're all great characters.
All of tabletop is nothing but fuck it, we ball improv.
Yeah.
With a great storyline behind it. Okay, set as the backdrop. What is wrestling? It is improv and action with a great storyline behind it. Acknowledge your tribal chief. Put your ones up.
Great storyline?
Are we about to do a deep dive on the fucking Bloodline and Cody Rhodes' story right now? Is that where are we gonna fucking do this? Where the fuck is Matt? Where the fuck is Matt?
Look, I was subjected to...
like Matt.
I was subjected to some WWE shit as I was growing up, and I still love my Stone Cold Steve Austin. But
no, Jen, no, come back, Jen. Listen.
My sister is now into wrestling because her husband is, and she and my mom and my dad will talk about it, and I'm like, I don't.
Jen, okay.
I know
so-
some of the folks still are around, but
Okay, but I need you to think back. Okay, so remember Stone Cold, right? We're
Yeah.
all kids, and we remember Stone Cold being the most badass. When Stone Cold got in the ring in Mike Tyson's face, we all went, "He's gonna knock Mike Tyson out." Bet, guaranteed. Mike Tyson ain't got shit on Stone Cold Steve Austin. What? Okay. Nobody on the planet under the age of fucking 12 thought Mike Tyson could beat up Stone Cold Steve Austin. Okay. We had our disbelief suspended so far. Okay. Then a couple years goes by and we're like, oh, this is all fucking scripted.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
yeah.
This is crazy. And we started saying words like fake and not real. Okay. And then you take a couple more years off and you're like, yeah, I'm kind of fucking bored. I'm like 6 beers in. It's Monday night and the wife and kids are gone. Oh, wrestling's on TV. Let's see what kind of a shit show this is. And then you go, the fuck? Wait, I don't remember this being this entertaining. I just remember watching dudes beat each other up. And now you're
Yeah.
like, oh no. Like, yeah, it's scripted, but what fucking TV show isn't? And
It's
they fucking acknowledge it. They know. They know that we know. And they know that we know that they know that we know. And they play into it. Jim, they have fucking press conferences after every premium live event, and they discuss in storyline what happened and where we could go. The storyline possibilities are endless between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens right now. I'm telling you that right now. And as the head of creative, I fully plan on just expressing this to the fucking nth degree. And you're like, this is literally a fucking wet dream for me right now.
that's a little too much information. Wash your hands.
And they fucking but here's the thing. You remember what we said earlier about having the right GM?
Yes.
Vince McMahon was a power-hungry, cunty asshole. Okay?
Yeah,
And that's just
yeah.
the nicest fucking way that I can fucking put it. Okay?
he is not a good person.
Who cared about being the first billion-dollar wrestling company and the only billion-dollar wrestling company. We now have in head of WWE a wrestler who is a wrestling
Triple H,
fan.
right?
Yeah.
Paul Triple H Levesque. We are in the Paul Levesque era of fucking wrestling. And
Yeah,
Triple
I
H
do remember when
cares.
he first started.
Triple H cares. He cares what the product looks like. He cares what we think. Okay? You forget, not 9 months ago, it was supposed to be Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, right? Cody pointed up at the fucking WrestleMania sign, Roman, I'm coming for you. And then The Rock came out and was like, hey, I'm coming out of retirement, and I'm on the board of directors, so I get the WrestleMania main event. And the fans revolted, Jennifer. They revolted. They started screaming, Rocky sucks. Like it was 1997 all over again, and he was Rocky Maivia, okay, before Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And Triple H went, hey, Dwayne, listen, they don't want you, they want Cody. They're literally screaming, we want Cody. And so, yeah, you can't have the main event of WrestleMania because it's Cody's turn. Like, do you realize how big of fucking balls you got to have to tell the fucking director of the board, The Rock? Who doesn't know the fucking Rock? There's 3-year-olds walking the planet who have never watched wrestling a day in their life, and they know The Rock. Okay?
Yeah.
And that man looked at Dwayne The Rock Johnson and said, no, you can't have the main event. It's not your time. In storyline purposes, this is what we're going to fucking do. We're going to do you right, but Cody's our guy. And we have a story to tell. And we have a story to finish, and we're going to finish the fucking story. And then Cody got to finish his fucking story. And now we're telling even bigger stories. Like, never in the history of wrestling have we had a 4-year-long storyline that keeps people invested. The fucking bloodline
Keeps
storyline
people
arc.
invested. Gotcha.
100.
Keeps-
Listen, my wife is one of the smartest fucking people I know. Okay, she cannot wait for Monday nights at 8:00 when I finish this podcast, and Friday nights at 7:00, an hour before Magic starts at our house, so that we can fucking see what the fuck is gonna happen with the bloodline tonight. Okay, like we got strict fucking thing. We got to figure it the fuck out. Nobody knows what's coming. They take care of us. They know that we know, and they're like, you know what? They know it's crazy, so let's give them a crazy fucking story.
It's like
They're
soap
even do-
operas.
They're even doing shit off the fucking air in storyline, which is the equivalent of the DM going, okay, turn the lights off, fade to black. Okay, everybody woke up. Here's what happened. Like, wrestlers are redressing the product outside the product in the product. Like, it's
Well, they got their
fucking-
wives and shit involved in it too. Like,
Yeah!
their whole families are involved in that shit. It's wild. But
These
I mean,
motherfuckers are now in character on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, we got
Yeah.
storylines going on Twitter, Jen. Okay, it's fucking crazy. I fucking love it.
we can tell.
And this is why wrestling is just like fucking tabletop, because when you can create a story, Jennifer, come with me right here. Here we go.
Kristen.
When you can create a storyline that
Kristen.
invests your audience emotionally, and you can give them cinema, you'll have them eaten out of the palm of your hands. I'm just saying. Wrestling is cinema, and so are the best tabletop campaigns. And that is why I watch wrestling religiously, so I can give you fucks cinematic campaigns.
Oh, so it's for research purposes.
Yeah, 100%. And because I like wrestling. Something, Cody Rhodes.
I mean, but yeah, we do need to play the wrestling RPG on here at some point, even though I know it's gonna be terrible, but it's gonna be mostly just like, so like, wait, what do we do now? Because it's a GM-less game,
Right.
so it's like right then and there, you already know it's not great, but like,
But also, I think it's great for our group.
yeah, yeah.
Because you have the group of all but one GM.
And she
That's
will
true.
be a GM eventually.
And
so.
she will be a GM.
Eventually.
And I cannot wait for that fucking game. I'm going to have so much fun. Because I told Kristen, when Kristen and I talked about this, because Kristen and I were like really trying to like, how do we fucking get Jen to do this? We have to do this. We really want to see her do this. Like, I can't wait to see Jen come out of her fucking GM shell for the first time and just go fucking nuts, right? But Kristen was like, Noah, you can't be you. I was like, yeah, but bitch, you can't be you. She goes, I know, we're going to have to be real people.
Are y'all saying I can't handle you?
No, that's not
you
what we're
guys
saying at
I
all.
can't handle you.
No. You can't handle us. You dealt with us for every fucking Wednesday for 2 years. But what me and Kristen were saying is, if we had to run that fucking table our first time, we'd never run another table again. But don't worry, you're still going to get Noah. You're just going to get Noah at 90%, not the full 100. I'm going to tone it down just a bit.
I ain't toning shit down.
Well, in my defense, only one of us really needs to tone it down. I am the resident raccoon of our fucking play group.
Yeah. Yeah, you pretty fucking feral.
Hey, somebody got to have a hobby. But yeah, no.
No.
Our third kind of topic that we didn't really discuss as a topic, but Joe brought up in chat earlier. Is that something I'm allowed to talk about?
What was it?
It's the where'd it go? The thing Kristen said about running and
Oh yeah,
next year.
Next year we're going to be planning on running more games. So I will attempt to recruit people We're going to start running games on here and actually have at least some one shots and whatnot playing. And yeah, try and actually get some more entertainment coming for you guys. But also mostly, I just want to play more games. And if I can play on
You
camera,
guys get
that's
to
fine
see us
too.
talk about them. You guys get to see the games when we do game features.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
and you get to see that we're not full of shit. Like, we actually
Yeah.
play by the fucking rules that we preach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you'll get to see some, like, you'll get to see some GM ass GMing from this fucking channel running games, like 100, and you will get to see drastically different styles too.
Yeah. Kristen's very different from you, in terms of like
Yeah.
prep and all of that. Yeah. But the
even
same
though they're the
ADHD
same
energy.
person, they're different.
Kristen's like, what prep? And me, I'm like, I have a game in 3 weeks. I must devote the next
Yeah.
372 hours to making this the best fucking hour and a half they've ever lived in their entire lives.
But do you rely on a team or just yourself?
Just myself.
Yeah.
See,
just-
and
yeah.
she has a team. She has a note taker and she's got a rules person.
Yep.
Joe's the rules person.
So I actually
So,
have a
it's a
question.
team.
I know Jen would be in for this, and I know the rest of the group probably would be too, but I do have to ask Joe directly.
No pressure,
I-
that you're online or
Yeah,
anything.
no pressure
Yeah.
that you're live on camera from the bowels of the internet's basement or anything. But if I convince you to play in a Curse of Strahd campaign
Oof. I don't know.
on because
I don't know.
I have a dream, Joe. Okay, and the dream is to run a super serial campaign, and I want to do
Super
it with
serial.
a super serial. Like, but from me as the
I don't
GM,
know.
if you guys get a little silly every once in a while, that's fine. Like, I'm not gonna go, hey, lock the fuck up. There's
Yeah.
no shenanigans here. But I want to take it because I do a lot of silly and over the top and crazy, and I want
What? No.
and I want to do like a fucking magnum opus campaign in my view, and I I kind of fucking want it in fucking Ravencroft. I feel I could do some fucking work in there, Joe. I
I
could.
don't like fifth. I cannot do a full campaign of fifth edition. I'll tell you that.
What
right
if
off
we
the bat.
modified the rules a little bit?
Or
we
use a
can- we
different
can do
rule
it
set
like-
altogether.
We can do it like a Kristen consent form on the rules, and we can fucking.
I don't
Because
know.
I don't know the rules, so I'm down with whatever rules you come up with, Joe.
Lady, you've played Fallout. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it's something I want to do.
All right. We'll talk about it. We can figure it out.
Yeah, I've been kind of throwing it around to some of my online people, and
Look, you can for sure do it on the channel. Like, I will produce it for 100%.
Okay, you've piqued my interest. I might be willing to accept this if you don't want to play.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd really have to think about it. Like, I genuinely dislike playing with edition. I don't have fun in that system.
Fair enough. I understand. I'm just saying the offer's out there. It is something I want to do, and I need to test myself as a GM, and I need to see if I can bring the cinema in front of the camera. You know what I'm saying? Because I can bring the cinema at the table like nobody's fucking business. Fuck Matt Mercer. I'm so fucking much better than that. I'm just kidding, Matt. I love you. Don't ever fucking take anything I say seriously.
None of us
These are-
do.
Yeah, no, he's the reason I got into fucking DMing in the first place. But I need to do that online fucking. Yeah, I need to do
I
that.
will produce it for sure. 100%. I will make sure
Okay.
that it goes off. But I don't know. I'd have to seriously think about it.
Okay, well, you think about it. It's obviously something that we're more than 9 days away from.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're good. We're Gucci, as the kids say.
Oh yes, that's what they say.
They do say that.
Yes, the
Right.
young ones.
Well, do we have anything else before we get out of here?
No,
No? Okay.
not that I
Not that I
know
can
of.
think of.
Well, just on a side note, I would like to point out that Kristen thought that corporate America was more important than our audience, and so I want that to live on the internet forever. That I said
I
that
think
publicly.
it's more of her funding is more important because
Hey.
without her funds, she can't hang out with us.
Listen,
She's
rich
got to
people are
have something to
miserable.
pay her internet.
Rich people are miserable. That's all I'm saying.
Well, they're getting got now. They're getting got now.
Hey, free Luigi!
Free Luigi. Hashtag free Luigi. He did nothing wrong. Luigi did nothing wrong.
Yeah, I hope that guy's family knows that their mental health counseling is not covered by their fucking policy.
You know what?
I think it was you.
They got gold trim handkerchiefs. To be
I think
honest.
it was you who said like this guy's death is getting more coverage than United Healthcare has ever given.
Yep, I'd like to take credit for that because I did think of it and put it on Facebook, and then I saw like 4 TikToks of it less than an hour later, and so I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, are we all just like fucking collectively thinking the same thing?
It's like
Yeah.
I mean, like he did pick the one, like the most hated person on the planet,
Right.
Like I mean, the
I don't
amount
know.
of those people fans.
Kind of like a couple weeks ago when I posted out, quit judging me for my tattoos. They're more planned than all your pregnancies were. And then literally a day later, Kristen sent me a fucking TikTok with the same thing on a sweater. I was like, hey, I posted that. Yeah. You know, it is what it is. It's fine.
Yeah.
So,
Ladies
ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed the shit show that is the Degenerates with Dice Monday Night RPG Talk Show, live and in living color from the bowels of the internet's basement. We came to you at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time because that is the only time
The
zone
only
that
time
is
zone
real
no one knows.
and or matters. No, there's like a Pacific or something. Yeah, but that's the only one that's real and or fucking matters. We're gonna try to be back next week. Maybe we're gonna get to see how everybody's Christmas holiday family schedules are going.
Yeah.
What is next Monday? What's the date next Monday?
23rd, I think Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Right?
The 23rd.
I went to click my calendar and it clicked my little notification bar thing, and the picture that pops up on my OneDrive says, "Look back on your memories from December 13th," and it's from Fallout 76. It's
You have a problem.
Graham was at my camp, so I got Charlie at my camp.
Yeah. So keep posted to our socials. I'm sure we will update you somewhere or something. But yeah, we're gonna go. You know, do things as you know. If we're there, we're there. If we're not, we're not. It
Sure.
is what it is. You know.
Hopefully,
But
we'll
if we
have
are
our
there-
non-denominational holiday show. But if we don't have our,
Or are we gonna do a
Holiday
Chris
show.
Mahana Kwanzaa bonanza?
yeah.
Hell
Not
Happy
yeah.
holidays,
non-denominational.
Smiths.
No, I like Chris Mahana
Non-denominational.
Kwanzaa. Fuck that.
Chris Mahana Kwanzaa.
Yeah, Chris Mahana
it
Kwanzaa. I
doesn't-
don't remember where the
it
fuck
doesn't-
I heard that.
It doesn't cover the winter solstice and all the out branches of the winter solstice
Okay, but
religions.
Happy
Like-
holidays, bitches does.
that's fine. But we can still call it the Chris Mahana Kwanzaa Bonanza. I mean, it's more fun to say than
The end of the year bash.
that's the New Year's Eve stream.
That's true.
Yeah.
Should I stream my New Year's Eve party to this? No, I should not.
No,
No, we're not doing
no.
that. No, I don't need that on the internet.
You need to work still, buddy. You're not retired yet.
Well, yeah, because nobody
That's
subs to my
true.
fucking OnlyFans. Jesus Christ, you lazy bastards! Buy pictures of my feet with an AK-47 on top of them. What the fuck's wrong with you? It's for gals and guys, okay? It's crazy. What the fuck? Marketing genius this way. Anyway, we're fucking out of here. Joe, hit the theme song.
We're born to fight. That's what he so critical.